You're not wrong. There are millions of dollars donated every year to nonprofits that claim to protect children, claim to combat child trafficking and exploitation. Most of them are just exploiting the problem. Now, I've exposed many of these corrupt organizations, and a lot of them big mad, which I'm actually consider a badge of honor. I want to help people understand how many organizations there are out there that are saying they're part of the solution that are actually part of the problem. Because for sure, if you're just exploiting the problem, meaning raising millions of dollars in the name of combating child trafficking, but not combating child trafficking, not actually helping survivors, you're exploiting the problem, which at the very least makes you part of the problem. So for example, there are government grants out there. As far as I know, I haven't seen the good work get that government funding. I've seen the big pretty ones with the big pretty websites that say pretty things, but when you look into their impact, their financials, their 990 documents, when you look at what they're doing, their output compared to their input, the millions of dollars they've raised, we should expect millions of dollars in results, am I right? Let's be real, most of the support systems out there are built to check a box. They're not built to actually help. And when politicians make sounds with their mouth hoping to get our votes, we should actually look into the actual impact of that fund or that government assistance program. Did it actually go to help survivors? Even I see the government finding certain online platforms for crimes that were committed a long time ago. And look, I'm all for that, but here's my question. Are those fines going to help any of the victims and the survivors? Because I can't find that being specified. We're just padding the pockets of elected officials, but we're not actually helping children. But politicians say save the children, and everybody gets riled up as if it's helping. I want people to stop falling for the theatrics, and I want them to really understand who's solving problems and who's actually part of the problem. I want them to understand how many survivors and victims are being re-traumatized, re-exploited, just used to be what I call a cute puppy, like, oh, we're a sad story, and these organizations profit off them. Generally, from what I've seen, it's the smaller projects that are actually doing good work and the ones that are not getting funded. I've assisted, supported, sponsored, helped so many different nonprofits over the years in the fight to combat child trafficking. I've identified so many that are actually part of the problem and so few that are actually part of the solution. I want to make people aware of this because I want you to vet nonprofits before you support them. I do want you to support the good causes, but helping the wrong ones is actually not helping this cause. Does that make sense? So I've talked a lot about this. I have more signs and ways you can vet nonprofits in my recent videos that I want you to check out. My message is to vet everyone, not just what they say, but what they actually do. Most of them are lying to you.